Eddie Murphy was very like super cool to me. Like it was crazy. Like it came up like as a last minute kind of casting, and I had met him briefly before. And it was the only time that I met somebody. No, it was the first time that I met somebody. Second time was Prince. That I was like,
you flossing on us right now?
Really aware that like you need to hold it down, and like,
wow, because with Eddie,
not fan out like you totally are capable of doing in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why? Because Eddie.
It's Eddie. I mean, first of all, it was Eddie. It was crazy. The way I met him was crazy. Somebody was saying I was in LA at the time, staying at the Chateau Marmont. Somebody said Prince is having an after party for his show at one of these little cafes on Sunset. I was like, where? And the place was directly across the street from the hotel. I was like, you gotta
ask, was Prince ass out? Was his Prince ass out? Just gotta ask.
He wasn't even there.
His ass was there.
I didn't see him at that place, but I walked in, and they took me to a room, and they said, just wait here, I'll let you know when the show is about to start, whatever, like that. And then I walked into like another smaller room that was behind that, like through like a saloon type door. It wasn't like with the bottom and the top was out, but it was like, like a swing door. And I pushed the door open, and I see a woman, very attractive, Eddie Murphy, and another woman, attractive woman. And it was just them sitting there, like in this small room, like a bench seating on both sides. And I was like, oh. And the moment that I poked my head through the door, because I saw Eddie Murphy sitting there just with two other people, I immediately assumed I walked in the wrong room.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because Eddie Murphy's in there.
Don't tell me Eddie was like, come here.
And maybe I shouldn't be here. Like I walked into the super VIP area. I'm sorry, please don't.
The tiny room inside of the tiny room.
Right, I was like, please don't have me thrown out of here. And I'm thinking in my mind. But then I was like, I don't know if I should go back to this room. I was talking to the people who had let us in. They were like, no, you can go back there. So I'm by myself.
Right.
And I go back there, and I'm like, but Eddie Murphy's. She's like, no, it's fine. You can go. So it's nobody else. Eddie Murphy has people with him. It's just me.
Right.
So now I gotta like pull myself together and make like the proper human person in control of themselves introduction. Like, good evening, everyone. How are you? Hello.
Right.
All
my name
four
is...
of us. And I said hi. I'm Dante. I'm Mos. And then they very polite. Eddie shook my hand and everything. Sat down. And and they're not really saying anything to each other. They're just back there, just kind of chilling, listening to music. It's very like what rich people do when it's just chilling, serene.
Like when I went to the Dave Chappelle show.
And then
that's what I like.
And then like a few moments later after that, Eddie turns to his wife at the time and goes, "You be chilling with Mos Def." I was like, what? I was like,
knew you.
I said, I'm chilling with Eddie Murphy. Like I'm here with you. You don't understand. I could have like had a Michael Jackson like screaming, crying moment, because that individual right there, for how when I was growing up, just seeing him on SNL, and just what he was, it was like.
Right.
He was my career path, and then all of this hip hop shit happened. But that's where I was going. I was like, I'm gonna be 18, I'm gonna be on SNL, and that's my job. So when I met him, I was like, what? And then it was time after that. Then I got Showtime.
And Robert De Niro. Did you meet Robert De Niro before?
Yeah.
How was he?
Robert De Niro was super cool. Robert De Niro was a very serious guy. But yeah, Robert De Niro was cool, super cool, serious, But I mean, it's you feel the gravity of his presence. It's like it's
Robert De Niro.
You ever think that about yourself?
Yeah.
You feel the gravity of your presence. I like this phrase, gravity of your presence.
That's what Eddie Murphy felt.
You feel that way? That's me. That's my presence.
That's my gift. My gift is my presence.
It is.
It's heavy.
It is heavy.
Do I feel that way about myself?
Sometimes.
I mean, to be honest.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Yes, to be honest. Tell the truth.
Sure. I
Yes, you
can
do.
see how people, might respond to it, but to be honest, I don't want to know how people feel about me either way, good or bad. It's really
not your business,
It's
you
not my
think?
business.
Say what you be saying to me about praise.
Praise it can be as detrimental as harsh criticism.
Right.
Because if you fall into being praised too much, and you get accustomed or even develop an appetite for that, you could possibly be easily manipulated, and you very often may not have a proper perspective on where you really are, And criticism.
I get praised a lot. I tell you, like when you say this, I'm like, oh, you ain't talking about me.
I'm talking as a warning to myself, but just it's not a judgment on anybody. It's just like for me, like for instance, like now that we have the record out, I don't really read the reviews, but so much, what I'm saying. I've seen certain comments or whatever, but I try not to pay attention to them either way, positive or otherwise, because ultimately the thing is how I feel about it before I do it, as I'm doing it, after it's done. So I have to live with my relationship with what I do longer than anybody anyway. So it's important for me to feel good about what it is I'm doing. And I mean, of course, there's room for improvement with human beings. I'm not perfect, but
The album's damn near next to perfect, man.
This new album, it's incredible.
And did you, wait, did you always feel that way?
Hold on, let me give y'all that break.
Did you always feel that way about creating?
I was always amazed by people who were able to do it professionally and not have to do anything else. And to me,
And
that
step
was
away.
the entire victory. If you could get to do this, to be an artist, to be a creator professionally without having to have a secondary gig that you may or may not like, and that you're only doing, to like keep the lights on, so to speak. To me, that was the whole magic trick, so to speak, and not even a trick, but like that was
that was a dream.
the measure of success, because it means that it's something that you are good at doing, that you enjoy doing, that you can get to do on a like earned daily bread level. That's like no short feat. I remember when Drake said that rappers when they rap to pay their bills shit, and I don't like this shit not even a little bit. And I thought about that. I was like, if anybody could rap good enough to get one bill paid. Like if somebody say like, oh, what's your phone bill or what's your cable bill or whatever, be like, no, don't worry about it. I put in 16 bars a month and then, they just cover my cable. You're like, damn, that's pretty good.
They made it.
I mean, they may not have made it, but you rhyme good enough to get a bill paid where somebody will accept your creative work as currency. It's incredible to me. You know what I'm saying?
We have our
I was gonna say, I'm a pacifist. I the once when I was listening to Super Thug. That's a really good record.
Let's make some noise for that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right?